Hey everybody, Lord Tamberlane back with more Obscurities and Miniatures, and today I have a miniature that I have been meaning to get to for some time, like since, what, 2013 or something? This is, what is he, the Messenger, the Spiral? He's one of the messengers, false messengers, whatever you want to call them, from the original Kingdom Death Kickstarter that I have had hanging around in my dining room in a unfinished box of 1.0 models that are still in desperate need of getting built. So I am removing the shrink wrap. It is no longer in mint condition. And we are going to observe Kamina, the messenger, because it's totally not Kamina, is it? Come on, he's even got the glasses, but that's awesome. I really kind of was disappointed that the 1.5 Kickstarter didn't have a lot more overtly anime or manga influenced models, because I really enjoy them, and I think that's one of the big defining ideologies behind Kingdom Death's models for me, is that they are heavily inspired by that Japanese aesthetic, and Lockham Lamb's art certainly helps. So, as is typical with our Kingdom Death models, we have all kinds of little parts. Obviously, we have our head right here, big honking sword to pop over his shoulder, shoulder pads maybe, or shoes. They might be part of his shoes because there's one by each of those. This chain, I don't know. I'm thinking it looks like it looks like fur. I guess it does go over his shoulder because there's a chain right there on the back of the cape. I'm curious if you can actually build him without the cape. It doesn't look like it because he's got his hand in there, so that could be a problem. Darn. Wishful thinking maybe, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to resculpt it. I'm just going to be like, let's put it together. Of all the messengers, I felt that this guy was the stiffest and most boring, which is a shame because he should have been the most awesome. But he wasn't, sadly. But it is one of the very few male Kingdom Death models that exist in any way, shape, or form, be it in resin or plastic. So far, at least until we get our awesome, fabulous male pinups, which I absolutely guarantee you will all be subjected to. I'm going to paint them all, too, with all their fuzzy, happy trails coming out their pants and whatnot. Oh, you're all going to be in for a treat, because I am all over those models. Anyways. So it doesn't look like it's going to be too complicated. I just wish he was a little bit more dynamic. He's kind of just standing around in a boring position. But I'm going to grab those clippers. We're going to put them together finally, and we're going to see just what he looks like. And we'll grab some of the other messengers and check them out as well. I think I've got them all built and painted at this point. Maybe not. I think Cara Black's still hanging out somewhere. Anyway, let's get to work, shall we? All right, we've got our messenger of the spiral path all finished up here. And for whatever reason, he just does not want to stand up very well. Overall, the pose and the quality of the sculpt is quite nice. The one downside is you really can't see his other hand, which is completely molded inside the cape. I also had a bit of a difficult time actually getting the head centered and resting correctly upon the shoulders. It just did not want to fit on there right. I mean, it looks okay now, but I just kind of eyeballed and guessed it. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with him. I felt from the very beginning his pose was very stiff. There's just not a lot going on with him, sadly. For a man of action, as much as Kamina was in Gurren Lagann, which obviously with the whole spiral thing, that's what this is based on. I just felt like they could have done a little bit more with the actual pose. So I thought, we'll grab a couple of figures, we'll see how he compares. So here is our typical GW fantasy Inquisitor figure, but I also figured, this is a good time to show off how this dude stacks up compared to a lot of our Kingdom Death men. So here's a couple of the expansion models you can see here. So he fits in pretty well. When we get the messenger of, humanity? Let's see right there. A couple other random ones. We'll toss in a Forge Priest, just because you don't see those painted very often, and that's the plastic one from the Naked bundle they had one Black Friday. And we'll throw in a Green Armor Knight while we're at it. You can see, so even in terms of such diverse sculpts, he fits in really well, despite being a blatant anime character. So, pretty cool. Whether or not he's going to be available in any way, shape, or form in the near future is entirely debatable. They do show up every now and then on eBay, and who knows, once the Kickstarter stuff from the 1.5 campaign is completely fulfilled, maybe we'll see these guys out in the wild a little bit more easily. But I am glad I finally get around to painting him, and hopefully I can do it justice, and I can absolutely guarantee he's going to be painted up in colors similar to the actual Gurren Lagann model. So looking forward to that. With that said, this is High Lord Tamberly with Obscurities in Miniatures saying thanks for watching, and want to hit that subscribe button because we'll have plenty more videos where this came from. See y'all later. Bye-bye.